Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. I'm bringing you guys another update on our friend Cardano. Shout out to the Cardano family. Let's waste no more time and get right in today's update and really understand, what's really happening. Because once again, if you're looking at the last 24 hours, we're seeing quite a bit of red across the market. As we could see, ADA is down about at 3% right now. So along with the broader market, but what's really causing this? I'm sure if you watch my daily updates, you guys know what I've been talking about when it comes to Bitcoin. Some of the levels I want you guys to be keeping an eye out for. And that all hand in hand goes together and explains, this retracement that we're seeing across the board. But as far as Cardano's price is concerned, 85.8 cents, so almost 86 cents right now, down 3.1% in USD, down to 1.6% in Bitcoin comparative. Valuation 31.27 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about 1.5 billion dollars. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So I want to start off with this. So odds of a Fed cut in September have dropped to 75.3% with Powell set to speak tomorrow. That is due to the meeting minutes that are coming up from the July meeting, which is kind of putting a little bit of uncertainty whether or not the rate cut's going to happen. I personally think the rate cut is still going to happen based off of the CPI numbers. And, we need it to happen because, I think a lot of economists, specifically economists, are looking into this, and a lot are starting to say that even though some of the Fed meetings showed inflation could be a little higher, we are still needing at least a 0.25 to 0.5 BPS rate cut because in a grand scheme of things, that's what we need to be looking at rather than just that one specific factor. But we'll see what Powell says. I still think you're going to see a rate cut in September, but that's my own personal opinion. And I also mentioned in my XRP update yesterday, if we don't see a rate cut in September, I think we see a major pullback for the month of September then. That's what I'm personally projecting. So we'll obviously kind of see how that takes place. Do let me know in the comments what you guys think. But remember, Cardano has gained bullish momentum, rising over 33% in a single week to approach $1.75. The network processes over 2.6 million daily transactions with more than 2,000 projects building on its platform. So ignore this price because they got it a little wrong. Maybe it's in a different currency that they're measuring this, but I want you guys to focus on this. The network processes over 2.6 million daily transactions with more than 2,000 projects building on its platform. Trading volume have increased by 45% and over 200 million ADA have been moved into private wallets, suggesting strong accumulation. And as far as strong accumulation is concerned, we've been seeing strong accumulation happen for ADA for quite some time. I've shared on my channel with you guys before that. I know a lot of viewers on my channel from day one that have been picking up ADA at 2 cents are actually just, compounding their overall rewards, and just some are actually living off of it, believe it or not. I actually saw in the last bull cycle, basing it off of the last bull market, I received like a few emails from my viewers saying, hey, Crypto ZX, we are just living off of our ADA's, rewards pretty much. And that just shows you that it's not an overnight success, right? And right now, I personally believe ADA is one of the blockchains that is being overlooked based off of hype factor elsewhere. That's what I personally think. Do let me know if you guys agree with that as well. And of course, the spot ETF catalyst is definitely there as well. But if you're looking at the dominance here today, dominance is still ranging around the 59.43%, but we did see a sharp decline from August 20th. I don't know why I'm already in September. I don't understand why I'm already in September, but since August 20th, we have seen a sharp decline. While Bitcoin right now, look at it for yourself, guys. Even though we saw a few wicks for Bitcoin towards the upside, retesting almost $115,000, I've been quite clear on my take. If you watch my updates, you guys know that. And what I've been telling you guys is if we're below $115,000, the door is still open for us to retest August 2nd double low and potentially even breaking below it. And look at it for yourself, guys. Just look at this for yourself. We actually almost, not exactly, but we almost came down to a double bottom, but 112,000 right on dot was retested. So I'm not, just making these prices that I've been talking about, 112 just right out of thin air. This is a very key range, and we can see time and time out it's showing us that. And pretty much I could say, we're almost at a double bottom for the month of August. So we'll see what happens. Right now, I want you guys to be aware of, you want to see a bounce from here. From this. If not, like I said earlier, potential more downside could be in play. But with that being said, let's take a look at what's happening with Cardano. So when Bitcoin drops down to 112, you must understand that the broader market is going to react along with ADA, and ADA definitely did react. But so far, we're having a really nice, way to just hold above this key support line at the 85.5 cents. You can see this for yourself. This support came in for us yesterday. We saw a bounce up to 90 cents. We saw it happen once again, being supported at that key range. So I'm not surprised that this range is obviously coming as a major support for us, as to be expected, because of course time in time out I've talked to you guys about this. And with the way Bitcoin is currently sitting and the market volatility, I am not surprised at this, and you shouldn't be either. But what comes next if we break below this for ADA and are unable to claim back up above that key range? What could be the next price target for Cardano? 82.6 cents, potentially making our way down to the likes of 80 cents could still be in the picture. I know no one really wants to hear this, but we need to look at it from a realistic standpoint. That could mean about a 7.56% move from where we currently are as of now. But so far, so good. Hopefully, we close our daily candle above this key range, but keep a close eye on Bitcoin. That's what I want you guys to be aware of. If Bitcoin does not hold around these levels, does see a retest down to the 23.6. And speaking about the 23.6 retest down even to the neckline, if you were to ask me, that is still, not a bad thing in a bull market. Bitcoin literally just hit an all-time high last week. We cannot forget that last week alone we saw an all-time high. So even a 23.6 retest is not something that would be crazy in my opinion, or unrealistic. That is something I want you guys to be keeping in mind. But again, we got to take it one step at a time. Obviously, if Bitcoin retraces down to 107, Cardano is going to react. But in terms of a dollar cost averaging standpoint, to people that like dollar cost averaging in, that is obviously an opportunity for them right then and there. But remember, do your due diligence research and invest what you can afford to lose. Cannot stress this enough. Subscribe if you have not done so already. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX and peace.